Short video to finish up the week on Voyager. I've done the final detail painting on the phasers. That's why they're resting like that on their side, so that I can let the paint dry and let gravity pull it towards the center of the phaser strip so it doesn't spread out onto the hull. I flipped it around the other way earlier in the week. You might have seen that. And that's about all I got done on Voyager this week. I mean, I did touch everything up with the blue sapphire in the central sensor palette on the top of the hull. I did do that. And so next week I'm going to actually start on the painting on the, you see right there? Well, let me zoom in. Right there, I have to do the coloring. I have to do it with the main Voyager hull color, use the Revell guide to see what colors they'll be, have to do the detail painting on the shuttle bay windows at the back, do the sensor palette on the other side. And once I've done that detail painting, then I can do the phaser top horseshoes and anything else that might be needed here. So let me just carefully run this. I don't know if that's making it worse or better. Clean it up a little bit. That's better. Well, that just took a whole bunch of paint off. Well, I used a toothpick to touch it up, which I probably should have done in the first place. So we'll see how that works. And if anything goes wrong, the dark ghost gray is the exact shade in bottle paint as the light ghost gray of the Voyager hull. So that is actually what you use. Alright, so I've got the dark and light ghost gray to touch up Voyager. I took the thumbnail for this week, which is Voyager in this configuration. And we'll see you here next time. Oh, and one more thing. Because I used Microsol and Microset on the top bridge escape pods, I did not have to approximate them like I did with Voyager on the stand. You can see how the numbers on there are a bit more prominent. And you can see how this has the pearlescent on all those little panels. I'm not doing it on this Voyager, although I might go over it with the toothpick and the very light, like dove gray. I might do that. Alright, so see you here next time. Bye-bye. Hello, I'm back again. It's Sean, and I am here to do the side decals on Voyager today. Leave it on the stand to make sure it's level when I apply them. And I'm going to go get my green highlighter so I can mark them once they're applied. We'll start with the big ones. This time I'm not repeating the mistake I made with the landing legs Voyager. I am actually applying the Microsol first and using it as the main decal liquid applying solution. Must be a quicker way to say all that. So, let's see here, number 64. I'm going to take a look at the guide and see which way I have to orient it. With the magnifying glasses, it's the top one. Those three rectangles have to be at the bottom left on this side of the ship, as you can see from the guide. Bottom rectangles. Okay, so I will start applying that and we'll see how it goes. I will be back. I'm back again. So I've got two of the three decals on, as you can see. I used the Microsol, so hopefully it'll suck its way down into the trench. I tried to cut as close to the decal as possible so that the film doesn't interfere with it. So we'll see what this one looks like. Then I'll move on to the left side. Alright, I'm back again. It's a very short video today, but I completed the port side. I made sure that the little orange dots were towards the front and these two, and that the three boxes were on the lower front of this one. And there we are for the starboard side. I will wait to do the little ones and the docking port ones and the stripes, but once I've done all the side ones, there's only a few left on the top that I care to do. As you can see behind the bridge there. Oh, wait, I noticed something that I forgot to do. You see those tiny little squares behind the bridge? There's about 7 or 8 of them in a row, and the ones in the front that curve around the front. I'm going to have to use a very light dove gray so as to distinguish it from the white of the windows for those ones. Now, when it comes to those little black dots on those squares around the nacelles, I can just use a fine tip Sharpie to simulate them. I'm not going to try a tiny little decal. So I'm going to take it out of the room and get the other pictures. The filming table in the toy room is the best one to use to get pictures of the ship as its decal state increases on its steps towards completion, I mean. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lights out, turn the flash on, and we'll see what we get as far as pictures. Might make a good short as a preview for this stage of the Voyager on the stand build, also known as the testifying Voyager. To get Voyager in the spotlight of the video so I can take pictures in the dark. And here's the other side. Now I'm going to see if I can simulate a star field, or at least complete blackness. One moment. I'm back again. This time to put on the pinstripes, which you can see here. And you can see how the front pinstripes actually have 2 different numbers. According to the guide, 68 goes on the right side, starboard side, and 69 goes on the other side. But 67 is common to both because it doesn't have an arrowhead in it. It is just the 2 stripes. So I'll get the first set ready since I have the warm water, and we'll see what it looks like when it's applied. Don't worry, I've got the microsol right here so I don't miss anything and it doesn't fly off. Alright, I'm back. I almost made a boo-boo. As you can see, hopefully, the shorter side... Oh, well, wait, just give me a minute here. There, as you can see, the shorter, thinner part of the arrowhead has to fit down. The thicker side has to fit up. And you can see from the instructions how that is true even for number 68. But I'm going to put on the 67 next, which is the little stripe bracing the model like this. So I'm just going to trim a little closer to 67 so you don't have as much in the way. It doesn't seem to matter which way these go on, which is a good thing. They look the same whether they're put on backwards or forwards, left or right. It's only the arrowhead things that matter. I almost made a mistake, and I had put it on the starboard side. I'd even applied some microsol, but it turned out that it was on the wrong side, so I just grabbed some more warm water, loosened it enough, got it off with the tweezers, and reapplied it to the proper side. So that all worked out for the best, thankfully. Now, the interesting thing is, it's supposed to fit along the middle of the hatch as per the instructions, but you see where the this little lip is? That's in the bottom third of the hatch. And where this is not in the middle of the hatch. This grill work here is actually down from the hatch a bit, so you have to align things better. And I believe that the other ship will reflect that as well. Yeah, see? No. The other ship reflects that as well, the landing legs Voyager. See, it's in the bottom third of the hatch. Alright, so got the stripe. And I'll get the put the water behind it, so it should run between the two sensor pallets underneath the 3 windows, as you can see here. Of course, this picture shows it with the nacelles down, not up. I put them up so they're not in the way, so that I can actually apply it properly. So let's see if I can do it with the camera on. Have it loosened yet? Oh, there we go. Okay, so toothpick. Alright, so there. Alright, just have to shift it forward a little bit. Apply the toilet paper. I find it a bit more precise than a Q-tip. Sometimes it blots out everything. Put on the microsol to set everything. So that means I won't be able to do anything tonight any more than this, because you have to give it time to set and dry just as it is. So I will turn the ship this way so you can get the proper picture. Get everything out of the way here. All right, there we go. So there's a picture. I'll do one with the flash so the shadow of the saucer doesn't get in the way. And that's it for tonight.